Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, the Everyday Non-Expert here, and today I'm going to be showing you my comic book haul for New Comic Book Day, January 27th, 2021. Well, let's just do this thing. First up, we have Something is Killing the Children, number 14. I just recently jumped on this around 10 or 11, maybe even 12, but so I haven't really been reading them all. I did have some of the earlier issues, but I sold them this summer when they spiked, so I'm jumping back on, and this is more for a long-term play at this point. I don't think anything past 7 is really spiking, so if you're looking for this one for a spec, it would be a long-term if there's a first appearance in here or something. Again, I'm not reading these, so I don't know if there are any first appearances or anything like that in here, or what the story's like for this, but it's just something I'm collecting at this point because it's hot. Future State, Dark Detective, number 2. This is the cover B. I'm not currently reading this one. There were so many that I read, and I was just so disappointed. But I saw the solicitation for this, and it said there was a really cool Red Hood storyline where he's looking for the magistrate. And I'm not sure if he was chasing Batman in this, but it did say that he was sort of headhunting for the magistrate to try to go after superheroes, and I think his competition. So maybe there is Red Hood versus Bruce Wayne's Batman in this one. The Dark Detective is Bruce Wayne as Batman, as opposed to the next Batman Future State book, which is Lucius Fox's son, Tim Fox. So if you like Bruce Wayne as Batman, this is probably the book you'd be more interested in. Or if you like Red Hood, the additional story in this is Red Hood. $2.99 for a comic book? That must be too good to be true. But it's not when it comes to Spawn. It's still only $2.99, so I pretty much can get multiple covers, and it's the same price as buying one DC or Marvel book. So I picked up Spawn 314, and I picked up these two covers. They're really nice. 314 actually reminded me sort of Noel sitting in the throne on Donny Cates's Venom, I think from 2018, Venom number 3, the third printing. So I don't know if there's any spec on this cover, but that's just why I picked it up. I think I'm just going to keep picking up Spawn from now on. It's $2.99. Part of it's I want to support a company that keeps it low like this, and another part of me is just it's Spawn, and it seems like the hype has never really died down for Spawn fans, just like My Little Pony and Power Rangers have their own little diehard fans. Spawn's right there with them. So I feel like there will always be an aftermarket value for these. They'll at least hold their value. If not, I don't think they will drop. And at $2.99, they're not really they can't really drop. So I think you can never really go wrong picking up a Spawn for cover. Next up is Strange Academy, number 7. I picked up the cover A and I guess it's called a Mardi Gras variant. I did not get the character highlight variant. It seems like they have one of those. I mentioned that in my FOC video that they had one for number 8. But I'm not picking those up, and I am on Strange Academy as of like number 5, and I honestly haven't done much research as far as the secondary market goes. I just know that number 1 is first printing is going for a lot of money. I'm not sure if anything else is really having much success on the secondary market, but everyone keeps talking about how this is perfect and prime for streaming, which we know is pretty much the future. So, and especially Disney Plus. So, I mean, this is again another long-term play. Like Something is Killing the Children. These aren't quick flips. So if you're looking for a quick flip, I think there's only one this week. It's going to be at the end of the video. There's some other couple ones that I think are great stories. And a great story can always be a good spec. It just might end up being long term, but they do end up eventually being a good spec if they're a good story. Batman Black and White is next up on my list. This is number 2, and I love the Catwoman variant here. But I picked this up because number 1 was a cover buy for me, the Momoko, so that was a spec version. And then number 3 from my FOC video is a spec pick as well. So I figured I might as well get number 2, because if 1 and 3 end up hitting on the secondary market, then having 2 to complete the run should yield a little bit more per issue, even if 2 by itself does not merit the type of secondary market that the other ones do. So again, this is purely a spec buy. This is not a quick flip. It could be a flip given long term is more several months to years with the TV show coming, etc. This one may just be a little bit longer flip if having to wait till number 3 comes out to see if that's worth it. And then if not, I really don't mind collecting any Batman. So whenever I do buy a spec pick, I always ask myself, will I be disappointed keeping this in my collection if the spec doesn't hit? So if the spec doesn't hit, then it doesn't hit, but it looks like it's a decent Batman story from what I've been seeing around the comic book community, and the covers are really nice. The first one, Momoko with 1, the Catwoman number 2. This Catwoman is my favorite so far. The Poison Ivy for number 3 is beautiful, but I just think that this Catwoman is the best one I've seen for these. And who knows, this may be next on my failed spec videos. I'll post a card for my other failed spec video right here. It's going to be War of the Realms number 1. I picked that up for those, and I think we all know how well that spec worked out. These last 2 are going to be my picks of the week. They are going to be, one is a story and one is a spec flip book. So, Daredevil 26, I already read it. The final page is amazing. There are several other first appearances here. It is a King in Black tie-in, so I don't think that it's a spoiler really to say that there are some new symbiote versions of characters. I won't give it completely away, but you should pretty much know at this point. It's really not completely given away by the cover, if that's what you're thinking. Especially, there are some Venomized. There is a nullified new character, but there are other characters that get Venomized as opposed to nullified. So that's really cool to see. If you haven't been reading Daredevil, I don't know what to tell you. It's a really good book, and there is one of the first appearances it's a first appearance as far as being in Venom, a Venomized suit. But she actually came out a couple issues ago, and it shouldn't be any surprise. You'll know if you've been reading. But anyway, without getting too spoilery, I think I want to do a Daredevil retrospective because people need to know what's going on in this book. My only thing is I don't know how spoilery I want to get. I want to try to explain how great the story is and the different arcs are throughout the whole story. Immortal Hulk had some great arcs, but some other arcs were just so boring. Every single issue of Daredevil is just captivating, and I can go on and on about it, so I just won't. I'll leave it here. Daredevil number 26, I got the sort of kind of connecting variant, I guess, but I did not get the alien variant. I'm trying to not spend as much at the comic book store weekly. So that is my reading spec for the week. And it could even be a long-term play depending on how these new characters do in King in Black and even afterwards. This last one should not come as a shock to anyone who follows comic book trends or groups on Facebook, or if you're watching this video, you've probably watched other videos about people talking about this. I even have a previews video that has this book, but it is Star Wars The High Republic #1, the second print with all of those lightsabers on it. It even says that it introduces a new character right on the cover. I sound kind of monotone talking about this because, yeah, it's great. It's a flip. I'm actually probably going to package it with my High Republic first prints cover A, and I got that Yoda cover, the Hans variant, and I'm going to probably pop those up on eBay today. I don't really care about this story, but I couldn't deny those covers from the beginning. And I love Star Wars. I have the regular series. I'm keeping that's for my PC. It's not any type of speculation or anything on that. The High Republic was more of a speculation pick because of all of the hype that it was getting. But from what I've heard, the story's not that captivating, and if it is, I'll just buy them when they come back down, or I'll buy the trade or something like that. Alright, well, that's the flip of the week, is Star Wars The High Republic, #1 second print. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a like by clicking that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to see more great comic book content like this, and you can also hit that notification bell so you see these as soon as they come out. I did try to get this to you a little bit earlier. I did have to get some stuff done for my other job before I could create this video, but I tried to get it out as soon as possible so that you guys could watch it and possibly pick up on some stuff that you want to get before you get to your comic book shop. There's nothing worse than getting there and wondering, should I pick this up, should I not? So I tried to get this out to you as soon as I could. So that's where that notification bell comes in handy. You can also comment down below and let me know what you think about my haul, what my analysis, the value of it, if you got any value from it, or if you have any counterpoints or arguments. I'm always down to listen to some of those and interact with you guys in the comment section. Honestly, at this point, I'm not getting many comments in my section, but that's okay. It makes it that much easier for me to interact if you wanted to leave a comment down below. All right, thanks again for checking out this haul, and I will talk to you later.